welcome back to my channel. My name is Monique. If you are new to this channel, I upload videos weekly about style and travel. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you like to take the time and subscribe. For today's video, I have a vintage thrift haul for you. If you hear noises in the background, I live in New York City and it is very noisy outside, and I have my window open because it's kind of hot now even though it's still May. So just a disclaimer, if you hear sirens or anything in the background, it's just a very normal sound. I used to have a vintage store in Williamsburg, Brooklyn before I moved to Kenya. So I used to source for vintage everywhere. You know, I used to get this question like at least once a day. Where do you get your stuff from? I mean, like, there is no one answer. It is impossible to merchandise the store just from one source. I used to shop everywhere and anywhere, you know, mostly not like your typical Goodwill or Salvation Army, just because it is very picked over in the city. If I go to places like that, like Savers and all that, it has to be like outside the city. One of the sources that I love is a church thrift sale, especially in the Upper East Side. So the churches are a great source of vintage or designer things for me. I used to love going to those sales that they have, and they only have once a year. It's something that typically I would never miss because it's always good stuff and you get so much stuff. And yeah, it's only once a year. And they had it again last week in one of the churches. I haven't gone to the sale maybe like for the past 5 years because I've been away. So I was really itching to go. But this time I was only shopping for me and for my husband. So I was really trying to put a cap on what I purchase and not go crazy, because it is very easy to just want to like pile everything and purchase everything because usually there's so much good stuff. I did do some damage. There are 3 bags of clothes here with me, but a lot of them are like kind of fall winter things, so they're a little bit bulky. I really try to edit, just get things that I would really actually use a lot. First thing is this cashmere sweater. This one is not vintage, it's by Pure. By a company called Pure. It's 100% cashmere. I saw that at the end. Somebody was trying it on and then putting it back on the rack, and then I saw this. I always love black and white, so I think this is a very useful piece to have for winter and fall. I love cashmere sweater because they tend to be thinner but also warmer. I really cannot wear like a bulky wool sweater. It just doesn't really layer nicely with blazers or coats. And I usually look super bulky in a wool sweater, like a really thick wool sweater, so I try to avoid that. And the Upper East Side is kind of like a cashmere heaven. It seems like everyone there just wears cashmere all day long because there's like racks and racks of like cashmere sweaters. Let me show you what I got for my husband's pile first. So this one is a velvet brown coat. So it's a coat by Hugo Boss. Very nice condition, very nice coat. I love this brown. It's like really rich brown color, and I love velvet, and he doesn't have like a velvet coat. It's not very thick, so this is the perfect like fall coat. He doesn't really have like a lot of fall coats, so I think this will be really good. Amazing condition. It's Hugo Boss for $20. You can't leave it. You just can't leave it behind. I also got this vintage cashmere sweater for my husband. It has this line on the sleeves. I think it's navy and white. It's just such a good basic. This style I feel like is really trendy last season, but it's such a classic style, and it's cashmere. You can't go wrong with it. It was also $20. The condition is just amazing. It's a vintage piece. You can see from the tag, it's like an older tag. Next, I got him this Ralph Lauren suit. It's from the Purple label. It's a custom suit made for someone, and it's never been worn. It still has all the tags for all the notes on, you know, measurements and all that. So that's the pants. It comes with the jacket and it's a perfect navy color for work, and it's from the Purple label, so it's really, really good quality. As you can see, still has all the tag. Says Ralph Lauren, hand tailored in Italy. So this is such a great find. It fits him perfectly, and it's a brand new Ralph Lauren custom made suit for $40. Moving on to my part of the haul, we have this two-piece St. John Sport knit. So it comes with the top and also the cardigan. I feel like it's very chic. There were a lot of St. John. People love St. John up there. St. John, Escada, Armani, so many Armani. This is just a beautiful set. I think it's very chic for spring. Kind of looks like a Chanel cardigan set in my opinion. But yeah, just a nice set. Buttons look like that. This is $20. Next we have this black, I think it's black, I'm not sure if it's black or midnight blue, this black Prada corduroy blazer. Really beautiful condition. It's just such a classic. The corduroy is very soft, beautiful fabric. You always need a blazer. And of course I got another blazer. This is just a very classic black and double-breasted Cashmere blazer, made in Italy. A beautiful like wool blazer. This one is a little bit more fitted. I have another black one from Jacquemus, which I love to wear, but that one is a more like an oversized fit. This one is more like a fitted blazer kind of style, double-breasted, really nice. And it was $20. I'm telling you, the church sale is the best. There was a long line around the block of regulars who go to this sale every year. I've seen familiar faces that I've seen years before. So people go to this every year because you could find amazing finds, and it's a fun thing to do. Okay, the next is this Emporio Armani jacket. It's like a bolero in my opinion, and it's a beautiful black bolero. I think that this is just great if I have like a silk slip dress and I'm going out in the evening and maybe it's a little bit cold, but not that cold, just like a little bit chilly. So it's always good to have this. It's good for evening wear. This was $18, so I had to pick it up. I'll show you how it looks like. So it's a bolero, kind of short, but I think it's cute, no? Next we have a vintage Bill Blass silk and velvet pants in black and beige. I think these are very, very chic. It's a little bit big on me, but I'm just going to move the button to make it fit better. White leg pants are so on trend right now. I love it. And this was $14. Next we have this wonderful silk blazer, which someone returned to the rack because I didn't see it on my first when I first skimmed everything, and then when I did my second round I saw it, so somebody must have put it back on the rack, and I'm glad they did. This is a beautiful Etro silk blazer. This really reminds me of the Versace silk blazer that I got from Woodbury. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below so you can check it out. You know, I love silk shirts and silk blazer. They are so chic, and look at the print. It says Safari on the collar, and you can see all the elephants, the zebras, the lions. It's like a safari theme, and I love it. I just love it. This was a little bit pricey, but I can understand for what it is. It was $90. Last but not least, this is the one item that makes it worth it to wait in line and to go to this thing every year. This was at the designer section and was at the very, very back. I was so surprised that no one took it, but also I think I know why. It's because the tag is missing. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. It's this vintage Chanel coat in navy. as you can see, I'm going to show you the buttons. The buttons are all complete. And also the lining, it's like a silk lining that's has like CC all over. I don't know if you can see because it's navy, but it's like, you know the silk lining that has like CC all over, like a very typical Chanel lining. So you see that? Yeah, it's all over. So this is a Chanel jacket, a vintage Chanel coat. But you know the vintage Chanel jacket, they used to have like the tag that says Chanel, and then also the description of the material that used to be insanely big compared to what they're doing now. So it used to be like a piece of like really big paper. Sometimes it has even handwriting on it. So it usually, so I see a lot of people cut that part out just because it can be annoying to fill it on your back, and a lot of people don't like labels, you know, they cut off like labels on the side. I hate when people do that, but I understand like older people don't like it when they have like paper rustling on their back. So yeah, I think that's why people didn't realize that it was Chanel. I saw this, I felt the fabric, and then I saw the tag. The tag says Chanel. And then I checked the lining, I checked the buttons, everything was there, and it felt good. And the best part is the price was $125. So I was really, really lucky to get this, and it actually fit me. So it's a beautiful coat. Of course, it has the shoulder pads because it's probably from the 80s. But what I discovered is that this can also be one of those coats that can be a dress. It's long enough for that. So if I just close it like this, you see the length is a good length for a dress. So that's how it looks like closed. Has pockets. So happy. It's really, really nice wool. It's going to be perfect for fall. I love it. Look at those buttons. I love it. It's the find of the year. So that wraps up for my vintage thrift haul for the day. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below what is your biggest score in terms of thrifting or vintage shopping. I would love to know. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.